Been a while since I've done a piece to camera, so I thought I'd sit here and just bring you a little bit of an update, what I've been doing, just keep you in the loop and let you know that I'm still here. I haven't fallen off the edge of the world yet. I don't believe the earth is flat anyway, so that's not going to be possible. But this is a bit of a timely update because I've got a few different things to show you. I've finished my first kitchen knife that I'm happy with. It's still a prototype and it's one that I'm keeping, and it can be improved further, I'm aware of that. Also, I've got a couple of camp knives to show you, and these are good subjects for this video because they're one's a tapered tang and one's a straight tang. I often get asked questions, what's the difference between a tapered and a straight tang? So this is a good opportunity to show you that difference, and also I can give you a comparison of the camp knife compared to the classic. My classic knife is very much based on the Woodlaw style of knife, which was the style of knife which was my main inspiration when I first started knife making. Now my idea of a camp knife is a knife that can be used to do some heavy tasks, like chopping tasks, for example. If you want to chop through a few limbs, not necessarily big branches, but I mean you could use an axe or a saw more effectively than this knife, but just a knife which is a bit more heavier duty than the standard classic design. I know that larger bladed knives, I believe, are more favoured by our American cousins, and there is a place for a knife with a larger blade, and that's why I felt I had to build this knife. I have in truth been building them for over a year now, but I don't build many. I've only maybe built half a dozen so far, but they do seem to be quite popular. There's a lot of interest in them, so I may do a few more. So without any further ado, I'll show you first the camp knife and the classic side-by-side comparison. Well, there is the camp knife. I hope the camera's focusing on this. That's the camp knife. Okay, and if I can just hold up a classic underneath it, there's a classic side by side. Now this classic has a straight tang, whereas this camp knife has a tapered tang. So hopefully you can see the steel in the handle of the knife above. The camp knife, it's tapering down. Now what does that do? Well, what that does basically, it makes the knife more aesthetically pleasing, is the first thing it does. And the second thing it does, of course, is it alters the balance point. Now this knife is balancing quite point heavy, and that's designed to be like that. And also you'll notice on the camp knife there's a much more pronounced drop at the back of the pommel there, so that when you are using it for chopping purposes you get a more positive grip on that point. The pommel on the classic is nowhere near as pronounced. Handle length on the camp knife is slightly longer. Obviously blade length is also longer. I've actually got here two camp knives. second camp knife is in Massa birch. These have been built for customer orders, so they're not available for sale. But you can see that one's got a straight tang, and that one the tapered tang. But what I tend to do, because if it was just a straight tang all the way through, like that, it would be very, very heavy. So I have actually removed some material by drilling holes through the tang to lighten it, otherwise it would just be too heavy. But as it is, it's just a nice weight. It's not too heavy, it just feels right. And that's something which you get to understand through experience and through having built lots of knives. So let's put these two knives away now, and I'll show you my my kitchen knife. So this is my kitchen knife. This is the kitchen knife. This is made from 01 tool steel, and I know many of you will say, oh, that's going to go rusty. Well, I built this knife about 6 weeks ago. We've used it in the kitchen every day, and we wipe it down after we use it. It's been used to cut all sorts of things, from tomatoes to potatoes to meat to salted meat, stuff with seasoning and vinegar on it and all sorts, and it's not rusted. It's wiped down afterwards and just put away. It's not even been oiled, and it is developing a patina, which is very good. I absolutely love the handle shape on this. I'm very happy with the handle shape. It's something I'm going to be building more of. This is the second one I built. The first one I gave to a friend of ours, and I have to build a case for this, and I make them out of wood. But this one is staying here in our kitchen. My wife loves it. It's a flat grind made from 2mm. So you can see it's very, very thin, very slicey. It's got a very sharp secondary bevel. We've used it to cut through meat. We've used it to cut through to prepare game meat with bones in it, and it's been absolutely perfect. I've hardened it to about 61 HRC, 61 Rockwell points. And I can say without a shadow of a doubt, it's the best knife in my kitchen. Please bear in mind, I am not a chef, and I'm sure there are better knives out there for chef work, but for the knives that I've got in my kitchen, it's just outperforming all of them. This was made, I think, from 45mm depth of steel. I think it could benefit from being slightly deeper in the blade to give you more hand finger clearance here on some tasks. It's something I might do on the next knife up. But a knife like this size here is a good all-round kitchen knife. For how I've been using it, from my experiences of it. And it's something I will be adding to the website as and when I get to build them. I don't know how many I'll be building. I'm not on factory or production line. The knives are built, are handmade. They come out one at a time. Sometimes one might become available every few weeks or even every couple of months. That's how rare they're going to be. I'm so busy with my other work and with the other things that I do, so I have to fit them in as and when I can. But I did enjoy building this knife. It was different. It presented some different challenges, and it was just nice to do a different grind as well. It's all hand ground, no jigs, so quite pleased with it really. So anyway, that was all I wanted to say. Just let you know that I'm still here. I'm still alive. I'm still rather busy, and I'm still enjoying what I'm doing. Any updates? If you want more regular, frequent updates, you'll find them on Instagram. I tend to post weekly on Instagram when I've got anything new to share, and I will be putting up knives for sale on my website when they become available, and I'll probably put up a notice about 3 or 4 days before the knives become available, giving you forewarning of the time they're going to be offered for sale, so you can be there to hopefully be the first in line to get one. Because my work is handmade and because I'm working on my own, I've got to do everything. Output's always going to be low. My knives are always going to be rare on a global scale. They do go around, they go all over the world, and I suppose in the grand scheme of things, you know, I can only expect to make a few thousand knives in my lifetime. So that is going to mean not everyone's going to get one, and there's nothing I can do about that. I just do what I can do, and that's the best I can do. So anyway, thanks for watching this video. Thanks for your understanding and your support, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye for now.